Hi everyone, this is Mehul Mehta and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm recording, this video with bunch of my juniors who wanted to understand fixed income. So today, what we'll understand is all this. We'll start from very basics. Okay, so if you have no idea about fixed income, you are at the right place. So what eventually we'll see is what is, of course, what is fixed income? What are different types of fixed income assets? What is the concept of time value of money? And then there are two concepts that we'll discuss: continuous compounding and discrete compounding. Then we'll see what is spot rate, forward rate, par rate, yield to maturity. And a lot of people get confused between all of these terms. And believe me, this is so easy, so easy. Okay. Then we'll see how can we price bond using spot rate, using forward rate, using yield to maturity. Then what we'll discuss is duration, convexity. So in duration, there are four types of duration that we calculate: Macaulay modified, dollar duration, key rate duration. These are nothing but risk measures in fixed income. And same goes for convexity. Okay. If we get time, we'll also discuss. I also want to discuss parallel shifts in yield curve and non-parallel shifts in yield curve. These are really easy concepts, but let's start from very basic. Let's understand what is fixed income. Okay. What is fixed income? Can you all tell me, why do we need to learn fixed income? Can you all tell me why do you think it's important to learn fixed income? Any one of you? Shivani, anyone? Yash, anyone? Can you tell me why is it important to learn fixed income? Agam?
Yes.
Yeah, please tell. Don't, no, no, please tell in the chat. Don't do in the chat section. You all can, please unmute yourself and tell me why do you think fixed income is important?
So I'm just trying for this answer honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So by knowing fixed income, we
Mm-hmm.
are basically knowing the bonds market of a country in general.
Okay.
And this is very essential for us to know about the yields. And by gauging the yield with what the country is having for different maturities, we are able to know the state economy, like the economic state the country is in right now.
Mm.
So that's my like a
Okay.
random guess.
So I'll tell you in very simple word. Why do we need to discuss fixed income is because this is the biggest financial market. This is the biggest financial market of the US. It's not even stock. It's not cryptocurrency. It's any asset class that you see. Which is the biggest financial asset class? It's the fixed income securities. It is the fixed income securities, and that is why it is important for all of us to understand this. Okay, that is why it is important to understand what is fixed income. So if you are in India and you might be thinking, why should I learn fixed income? The reason is, if you see all the big companies, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Citibank, all the other firms that you see, all the big firms that you see, those all invest their highest portfolios in fixed income. That's why it's important to learn fixed income securities. Okay, but then let's understand what. Okay, we have understood why do we need to learn this, but let's understand what is fixed income. See, fixed income is nothing but it is a type of, so fixed income, I'll refer FI as fixed income. So fixed income is a type of securities. Fixed income is a type of securities which gives you what? Which gives you fixed income. See, as the name suggests, what it is giving you, it is, let's say, it is a security which is giving you a fixed income. Okay, which gives you fixed income. Now you might be thinking, okay, I understand. Let's say, you bought a security. Let's say this person A, this bought a fixed income security. Okay, fixed income security. So what will he get? He'll get fixed income. He'll get what? He'll get fixed income. Okay. But then, when will he get? When will he get? He'll get every day, every month, every let's say 3 months, every 3 month, every 6 month, every year. That we'll discuss. But right now all of you should know is fixed income is a type of security which gives you fixed income, or you can say it gives you periodic income. It gives you periodic, or you can say it gives you periodic payments. Okay. Is this clear? Please tell me first, is this clear? Please tell me yes or no. All of,
Yes.
yeah, okay. Please unmute.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So if I, just make sure if I am asking something, please unmute yourself and feel free to answer. Okay. So let's understand what are different types of fixed income securities. Okay, one thing we understand is fixed income is something which gives us periodic payment. This payment can be, you can get this payment either, let's say, either yearly, or let's say semi-annual, which is every 6 months, you know, or you can get, let's say, quarterly, which means every third month. You can get every month, right? So this is what we mean by fixed income, that you are receiving some payment. Okay. So let's understand what are different types of fixed income securities. Okay, but before that, okay, so let me tell you certain types of fixed income securities. So we have treasury bills, treasury notes, treasury bonds. Then we have municipal bond, we have corporate bond, we have mortgage backed security, okay, and we have asset backed security. All right. Now, when you hear this term, it looks really daunting, right? Okay, treasury bill, treasury notes, treasury, all this blah blah blah. But then, believe me, it's very easy to understand. But before even going deeper into this, before even going deeper into what are the different types of fixed income securities, I want to explain one very easy, concept. Tell me one thing. When you want to get a loan, when you want to, let's say, when you want to get a loan, what do you do? When you want to get a loan, what do you do? You go to a bank, right? But let's say when government want to, let's say, when government want to get a loan, what will they do? What will they do?
Issues bonds.
They issue the bond.
Right. They issue securities. They issue securities. Okay. Now let me explain you one very easy thing. So what happens is, let's say you go to a bank, right? You go to a bank and you basically ask for a loan. Okay. And the banks, what it will do, it will of course charge you some interest rate, right? And then they give you the loan. Same happens, s- a very similar concept happens with government. So when government want loan, what they do is, instead of going to a bank, they go to public. They go to whom? They go to public. And they say what? Hey, I want a loan. They'll say what? I'll want a loan. But then what they do is they issue securities. They issue, it's called fixed income securities. Okay. They issue fixed income securities. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So, what this government says, okay, let's say this is government. Okay, let's say this is government. They go to common public. Let's say they go to common public. This is your public. So they'll issue securities, fixed income securities, and in return, they want what? They want money. Okay. So if let's say they want money for short term. Okay, is this concept clear? What will happen if government wants loan? They'll go to the public and they'll issue a fixed income security, and in return, so they'll issue this fixed income security, and in return they'll get what? They'll get money. Is this clear? Please tell me.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now there's this concept of, everyone knows, right? Borrowing can be short term, medium term, and long term, right? Borrowing can be short term, medium term, and long term. So if government wants a short term loan, it is called what? So either government can take a short term loan, medium term loan, or long term loan, right? So when government want short term loan, they'll issue what?
Treasury bills.
Yeah, exactly. They'll issue treasury bill. If they want medium term, they'll issue treasury
Treasury notes.
notes. And if they want long term, they'll issue treasury bonds. So if government wants money from public, depending on the type of loan, if they want a short term loan, as I said, they'll issue securities. So they'll issue a treasury bill, they can issue treasury notes, or they can issue treasury bonds. But then you see, what is this term treasury? Treasury means, if do you know what does the term treasury means? Anyone? It means it usually refers to government issued securities, debt security. Let's say government issued securities. Okay. So this treasury means that, okay, government needs the money. Okay. Government needs the money. Okay. Is this clear? Please tell me, is this clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now the question is, what is this short term? Is it 1 month, 1 year, 10 year? Or how much is this short term? So essentially, if the government wants a loan for, let's say, less than 1 year, if the government wants a loan for less than 1 year, they'll issue treasury bill. If they want loan for, let's say, 2 to 10 years, if they want loan for 2 to 10 years, then they'll issue what? Treasury notes. They'll issue what? Treasury notes. And if they want loan greater than 10 year, then they'll issue what? Treasury bond. Okay. They'll issue what? Treasury bond. Is this clear? Please tell me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what we have seen up till now is that if government wants loan, they'll issue what? They'll, if they want a short-term loan, let's say less than 1 year. Sorry, this is less than 1 year. Less than 1 year, they'll issue treasury bill. If they want loan for, let's say, between 2 year to 10 year, they'll issue treasury notes. And if they want a loan greater than 10 year, they'll issue what? They'll issue treasury bonds. Okay. Now, if let's say if the state or local government, if the state or local government wants money from the public, they'll issue what? Municipal bond. Okay, they'll issue what? Municipal bond. But do you know why would state or local government need money? Why would state or local government need money? The answer is, if they want, let's say there are some projects, infrastructure projects. Let's say if they are developing a government school, if they are developing a government hospital, right? They want money. They want money. So what they will issue? If they want money, they'll issue municipal bond. Okay, they'll issue what? Municipal bond. Let's say if any corporate organization, if any corporate organization, they want money from public, what can they do? They can issue corporate bonds. Is this clear? Please tell me. This will discuss at a later stage. This too will discuss at a later stage. But as of now, do you understand? Okay, we understand what is fixed income is nothing but it is a type of security which gives you fixed income, right? As of now, we have what we are discussing right now is okay, what are different types of fixed income security, which is treasury bills, notes, bonds, municipal bond, corporate bond. So we understand that if the government wants money from public, they can issue fixed income securities and they can get the loan back. They can get the loan, right? But then you might be thinking, but then what is there for public? Why would we invest? Why would we as public invest in fixed income securities? Okay, one thing is let's say we give the loan, but what will we get back? Right? What will we get back? Okay, so what happens is, okay, give me 1 second. Let me adjust my pencil. Okay, so what happens is, just give me 1 second. So we discussed introductory types of fixed income. Okay. Okay. So what will happen is, let's say I say that, if you give me 950, if okay, so government says that if you give me money for, let's say, 6 months, how much money? Let's say $950. I'll give you, after 6 months, I'll give you $1,000. After 6 months, I'll give you what? $1,000. So this means what? That after 6 months, you get how much? You get $50, right? So you know that this is your fixed income, right? This is your fixed income. And similarly, let's say if so this is an example of what? Treasury. Which one? Bill, right? Because bill is for less than 1 year. If you see what is the duration here, it is 6 months. It is 6 months, right? So this is what we is an example of treasury bill. Do you all agree? Now, let's say you are investing for 10 years. If let's say government has asked money for 10 years, how much money? Let's say $1,000. Let's say government has requested $1,000 for 10 years. For 10 years. So what would you say? Okay, after 10 years, I would want how much? Let's say in total, I want 1150. After 10 years, I want how much? This. So how much money have you earned? $150, right? How much money have you earned? So this is nothing but your fixed income. You know that this is the money that you will get. Is this clear? Please tell me, is this clear or not? Did you understand why do we say this as fixed income? Okay. Now let's understand. See, we understood that, okay, okay, if government needs money, they'll issue bunch of these fixed income securities, depending on if they want for short term, longer term, right? And we also understood that yes, there is something for us. Yes, there is something for us. Okay. Yes, there is something for us that okay, if I give the money to government for short term, I'll get, let's say, $50. If I give for longer term, I'll get $150, right? Now, the most important concept. Okay, just give me 1 second. Yeah, the most important concept is okay, time value of money. Okay, this we understood, right? Everyone, please tell me yes or no. Are there any doubts? Is it easy?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say Okay, so let's say you had rupees 100 in 1947 versus you have rupees of, let's say, rupees 100 in 2025. Do they have the same value? Do they have the same value?
No.
Answer is no,
No.
right? Because back in 1947, we could have bought lot of things in rupees 100. But in today's life, you can hardly get anything in rupees 100, right? So this means something, that the value of money, the value of money changes with time. The value of money changes with time. So you might be thinking, so then if I say, let's say 25 years afterwards, rupees 100, will it be same value as of today or not? Will it be of same value or not? The answer is no. I mean, today, what is the value of rupees 100 is, it won't be same for in after 25 years, right? Today, let's say we can get one plate of, let's say, one plate of lunch or dinner in rupees 100, but we know that the same won't be happening in 20 after 25 years, right? So this means that value of money is changing with time. Okay, value of money is changing with time. So you might be thinking, so now the question comes, let's say if you, so let's say this is today, t is equal to 0 and t equal to 10 years. Okay, let's say after, okay, so let's say today 2025 and 2035. Let's say you are receiving one, let's say $100,000 you are receiving. Okay, let's say $100,000 you are receiving after 10 years. So what you really want is, okay, what is this value today? Right? What is the value of $100,000 today? So then there is a concept of discounting, which means you are discounting the future money, or you can say the future cash flow. You are discounting what? You are discounting future cash flow, or you can say future money. So, and then let's say, so did you all understand what is discounting? Please tell me.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, if you are receiving any money in the future, and if you want to price, if you want to arrive at the value of it for today, as of today, it's called discounting. Then there is a concept called compounding, which means, let's say, at t equal to 0, I have $100,000. What will be the value of this money after 10 years? What will be the value of this money after 10 years? This is what we say as compounding. Is it clear? So discounting means we are discounting future cash flow to arrive at today's price, right? That, okay, if let's say we receive $100,000 in future, what will be the value of $100,000 today? Because we know that the value of money do not stay the same over the years. So what we are really interested in is, okay, what is the value of money today if we are receiving some cash flows after 10 years? And if let's say, if let's say then there's something called compounding, right? Let's say you have $100,000 today. What will be the value of this money? So what will be the value of this money at some future point. Please tell me, is this two concept clear? So, okay, tell me one thing. Can you please tell me? I'll give you three examples. Please tell me which is which. Okay. Can you tell me which is which? Is this an example of discounting or compounding? In the first example, we are receiving, we know that we will be receiving $100,000 after 5 years, and we want to arrive at price today. Is this discounting or compounding?
Discounting.
Perfect. Let's say if we have the value of this money today, and if we want to understand what is the value in future, is this discounting or compounding?
Compounding.
Perfect. Similarly, we know that after 7 years, we after 7 years we'll receive 100,000, but I want to arrive at price today. Is this discounting or compounding?
Discounting.
Okay. Is this clear to everyone? Please tell me what is discounting and compounding. Please tell me, is this clear to everyone what is discounting and compounding?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Now let's understand. Now let's understand how do we arrive at the price, right? So the value, so the formula is future value is equal to today's present value times 1 plus r raised to the power n. Okay, this is the formula for compounding. Okay, this is the formula for compounding. That what it means is, let's say you have $1,000 today. Okay, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you have $1,000 today and you want to arrive at the price 5 years after. Okay, you want to arrive at the price 5 years after, and let's say the interest rates are 10%. Interest rate is 10%. So what will be the price of this future? What will be the value of this money in the future? What will be the value of this money in the future? 1 plus 10% raised to the power 5. So R is your interest rate, N is your time, or you can say year. Okay, this is the classic formula for compounding. Now if I ask you, what is the formula for discounting? Can you all tell me? In discounting, what do? You find the present value, right? If you look at it in discounting, what were we doing? We were finding the present value. In discounting, what were we doing? We were finding the present value. From this equation, can we find the present value?
FA by 1 plus R power n.
Yes. Okay. This is what it means by discounting. Now, there are a lot of intricacies between this. Okay. Now, let me give you a bunch of examples so that you can understand this concept easily. Okay. First is, okay, let me write certain terms. Okay. Okay. Annual compounding. This means your compounding is happening only one time in a year. Compounding is happening only one time in a year. Semi-annual compounding means your compounding is happening two times in a year. Quarterly compounding means your compounding is happening every third month. So if you have 12 months, every third month if there is compounding, which means four times they will be compounding. Monthly compounding means there will be 12 times, compounding will happen. Okay. So now you might be thinking, okay, then how will this affect our time value of money, right? How will this affect our time value of money? Okay, let me tell you. So let's say, uh, okay, let's say you have $1,000, okay, and this is compounded annually. So let's say, okay, let me think of an example. Give me 1 second. Uh, okay, let's say, I'll give you one example. Okay, let's say you are receiving $1,000 in 1 year, and you need to find what is the value of this money today. So you need to discount this cash flow. Okay, discount this money. Okay, and you're given that your compounding happens annually. So how will I represent this as? Okay, so see, we all know the formula. Future value is equal to what? Present value times 1 plus r raised to power t. Okay, this is the formula. We need to find what? So we are given what? Future value we have given. We need to find what? Present value, right? So present value will be what? Future value divided by 1 plus r raised to the power t. We are given what is the future value? $1,000. Okay, so let's say the interest rate is 10%. So 1 plus 10%. Okay, and we know that t is equal to what? T is 1 year, right? T is 1 year. And how many times compounding is happening? Can you all tell me? It is annual. Let's say this is annual compounding. Okay, compounding is happening annually. So what I will do here is 1 plus 10% raised to the power 1. But, so this is annual compounding. But if it would be semi-annual, whenever we have annual, semi-annual, this rate will get affected directly. So what will happen is, okay, semi-annual means what? Can you all tell me? Semi-annual means what? Can you all tell me what do you mean by semi-annual?
Compounded half yearly.
Compounding semi-annual. I mean two times, right? Compounding two times in a year, right? Similarly, quarterly compounding means what? Four times in a year, right? This is quarterly. This is monthly. Okay. Monthly means what? Okay. Monthly means what? 12 times compounding in a year. Okay. In a year, 12 times. So tell me one thing. Do you think, let's say this is annual. Okay. This is annual, which is one time. Do you think the interest rate should remain the same, or should it get affected? Can you all tell
It
me?
will, yeah, it will get affected.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because see, here you are compounding two times, right? Here you are compounding 4 times. So what will happen is, so here what I'll do, 1,001 plus, will divide, so we'll divide the r by 2. Okay, here we'll divide r by 4. Here we'll divide the interest rate by 12. Okay, so what is 10% divided by 2? It is 5%. And how many times in a year it is compounding? 2 times. Is this clear? Similarly, for quarterly, 10% by 4. Okay, so let me write this 10% by 2. 10% by 4, and how many times it is compounding in a year? 4 times. Similarly, 1000 by 1 plus 10% by 12 divided by, sorry, multiplied by raised to the power 12. Is this clear? Is this clear? Please tell me. Or is this confusing? Please tell me. Indu, Rushang.
Clear, Mel.
It's clear.
Okay, now, okay, this. Okay, now I'll give you one example. So let's say, okay, so all of us know this is the formula, right? Where M is what? So M is compounding frequency, right? If it's semi-annual, if it's annual, M will be 1. Semi-annual for quarterly, for annual, for monthly. Okay, this is annual, semi-annual, quarterly, monthly. Okay, and T is what? T is your number of years. You can say number of years. Okay, now let's say we are given that your interest rate is 20%. Okay, annual compounding, and time is 2 year. Can you all tell me what will be the formula? Present value is equal to, and let's say your future value is $1,000. Can you tell me what will be the formula here? 1000 by 1 plus R is 20%. Here what will we get? Annual compounding.
1.
Yes, M is 1 because it's annual compounding. So 20% divided by 1. What is M times T? 1 into 2 year. 1 into 2 year. Okay, let's not memorize the formula. We don't need to memorize the formula. Let's understand this with the help of an example. See, we all know that if it's whatever the compounding is, whatever be it annual, semi-annual, quarterly, whatever it is, we need to divide it by interest rate. Okay, we need to divide it by interest rate. Okay, then what is this part? Let's understand this part. Okay, so let's say we have 0 and 2 year, and let's say this is 1 year, 0, 1 year, 2 year. Okay, let's say we have annual compounding. What does this mean? This and this. Okay, if we have semi-annual compounding, what does this mean? 0, 1, 2. Semi-annual means 2 times in a year, right? 2 times in a year, right? Then let's say quarterly. So 4 times in a year. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So can you tell me how many times compounding has happened in this case? 2 times, right? 1, 2. How many times compounding has happened in this case? 4 times. How many times compounding has happened in this case? 8 times. So what essentially I'm doing here is, if you look at it, $1,000, 1 plus, see, we know that, okay, let's write this annual, semi-annual, quarterly, monthly. So tell me one thing, what will be the interest rate? Let's say interest rate is 20%. How much should we divide it by 1? Because it's annual compounding, right? So we need to divide the interest rate by our annual compounding. If it's we need to divide it by our compounding. So if it's annual, M is 1. And see, here it is what? How many times have we? So we have 2 years, so this will be 2. So either I can write 2, or you can just say M times T. If M is 1 and T is 2 years, it will be 2. So if you want to memorize the formula, this is the way you can memorize. I personally don't like memorizing, so this is the way you can also calculate. Similarly, $1,000, 1 for semi-annual, what will be the case? 1 plus 20% by 2. And how many times compounding is happening in 2 years? See, 4 times, right? 4 times. So raised to the power 4. Or you can say M times T, semi-annual, M is 2, and 2 years we are doing, right? So 4. So either you can do like this or like this. Similarly, quarterly, 1000, 1 plus 20% by 4 raised to the power. How many times if you look at compounding? 8 times. 8 times. So you can write 8, or you can just say, okay, M is 4, T is 2. So MT is 8. Okay. Similarly, for monthly, $1,000 divided by 1 plus 20% by 12, and this will be 24. How? MT, M is 12, T is 2, 24. Okay. Is this clear? This is very important concept for pricing bonds. Okay. For pricing bonds, but you need to first understand how do we compound it? How do we, discount all the future cash flows? Is it clear? Please tell me. Is this concept clear? Or do you want me to give more examples to make this even better?
Can you give one more example,
Yeah,
please?
sure. Yeah. Okay. Now I want all of you to help me.
Okay.
If compounding is semi-annual, how many times? Sorry, yeah. Let's say compounding is annual. How many times will it compound?
1,
1. If it's semi-annual, how many times will it compound?
2,
Twice.
Twice. If it's quarterly, how many times will
2,
it compound? 4 times. Quarterly means what? 3 months. Okay.
3,
So if we have 1 year, how many times 3 months? So 0 to 3, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months, right? And if it's monthly, how many times compounding can happen? Every month,
12 times.
12
right?
times.
Every month. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so on up till 12, right? So this is the concept of compounding. This is the concept of compounding. Okay. Now, why is this important is, see, if we are receiving $1,000 in the future, let's say after 1 year, for us it's very important to understand the price today. To understand what is the price today. See, if in 1947 someone told you, hey, I will give you, let's say, $1,000 in 2025, you know, this would be good for this year, but not good for this year, right? Or let's say $100 or $10, right? $10 was a lot in 1947, but it's nothing in 2025. That's why it means that the value of money is changing every minute, every second, every month, every week. That's why we are doing, understand what we are trying to do is, okay, if we are receiving a future cash flow, if we are receiving a cash flow in the future, what is the value as of today? What is the value as of today? All right. So using this compounding, what we are trying to achieve is we are trying to arrive at the price today that we will receive. Okay. So let's say we are given. So if you do not want to, remember this, a simple formula that you can remember is future value is not. So what you can do is present value is nothing but whatever future value you are receiving, you know, this is a very simple formula. Okay. So if it's a annual compounding, M will be 1, semi-annual 2, it's quarterly, for quarterly M is 4, and for monthly M is 12. And let's say if it's T is 1 year, you multiply this if t is 2 year, you multiply all of this, whatever it is, right? So basically through this, I was telling you how do we arrive at this. See, interest rate, it is very easy, right? Interest rate, we just need to divide. So if let's say we are given, let's say, 20% yearly compounding. So we just need to divide by 1. If it's, let's say semi-annual compounding, we need to divide by 2. If it's, let's say quarterly, and if it's monthly. So this part we understood that we are dividing the interest rate. But if you look at this part, a lot of people do not understand this part. So for this part only, I told you this. Either you can directly, get it through the formula, or what you can do is, if let's say, you have let's say if it's 2 years and you have semi-annual compounding, you know that every 6 months they will be compounding. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many times compounding has happened? 4 times. And this MTO also tells you how many times compounding has happened. So M is 2 because it's semi-annual, time is 2 years. So 4. So either you can directly calculate through formula, or you can calculate this way. Which one is easier for you? Please, can you tell me? Which one is easier for you? Is it directly MT, or through visualization it's easy for you?
Visualization will be more easy.
Hmm. For rest of you, what was more easy?
Visualization.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Mehul, I have one question.
Yeah.
Can I just take an example of any like bond cash flow and how you
We will
discount?
we will see. That's what we are just we are just coming there. We are just coming.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. And similarly, see, this was an example of, okay, what we just saw was an example of discrete compounding. Discrete. What does it mean? That if let's say if the compounding's yearly, semi-annual, quarterly, or monthly, right? This is example of discrete. There's something called continuous compounding. Have you heard this term, continuous? It means if the compounding happens every second, it is called continuous. Continuously, it is compounding. Continuously, it is compounding. Can you tell me what do you see in the let's say, what do you see in the industry, or what do you see if you apply for a loan? Do you see discrete or continuous? Do you see discrete or continuous? Do you see compounding happen like this, or do you see compounding happening like this?
the first one
Continue.
that is great compounding.
Yes, discrete compounding happens. So now, see, okay. So now let me tell you the formula for both of them. Okay. So we saw that future value is nothing but present value, you know, times 1 plus r raised to the power t, right? So this is the formula for discrete compounding. Okay. For continuous compounding, we will have this formula. Okay. So this is a formula for discrete. This is the formula for continuous. Is this clear? So can you arrive at the present value for both of them? Yes. Similarly, or I can write this as e raised to the power minus rt, right? Is this clear? Please tell, is this clear?
Yeah. So we usually more use the discrete one
Yes, yes,
rather than
yes.
using the
We,
continuous, right?
we, we never use continuous. We never use. There's nothing in the market that happens continuous. You
No.
go take out loan, you go take out any loan, never it will say continuous. It is always discrete. But for understanding, right?
Okay.
For
Yeah.
understanding, it's important. All right. Now this is where the best part arrives. Okay. Which is bond. Okay. First, what is treasury bond? Can you all tell me? Okay. Let me tell you. Okay. Let me tell you. If government wants money from public, so they will issue treasury bond. Okay. So what will public get? So a very important concept of treasury bond is, okay, we understand that we'll get money. Okay, we'll get money, but we'll get money in form of coupons. Okay, and we'll get principal. So these are two things that you will get. Let's say you, let's say government has raised $1,000. Okay, the government wants $1,000, and what government is saying is, I will give 5% coupon. I'll give 5% coupon. Compounding is annual. Okay. What does this mean is, how much will be your coupon is, see, 5% times this value, which is $50, right? This is what, $50. So it means, and this compounding is annual. Okay, so let's say, okay, let me give you proper time is 5 years. Okay, so what it means is, every okay, what it means is, every year you will get coupon. Every year you will get coupon, and at maturity, at the last year, you will get coupon plus principal, which means every year you'll get how much? $50, which is your coupon, and at the maturity you'll get your coupon plus your principal. This was your principal. Okay, whatever money you have lent is your principal. So you'll get your what? Coupon plus principal. Please tell me, is this concept clear? So
Yes.
what is treasury bond is, if government wants money through public, they'll issue a treasury bond. Again, the what is the duration? It's greater than 10 years. It's greater than 10 years, right? So if the government wants if the government wants wants money for, let's say, greater than 10 years, they'll issue treasury bond. Of course, 10 years is a lot of money if you do not get anything in between, right? You might think, what if government collapse, or what if anything happens like that, right? So eventually, just to make investors, just to make the public comfortable, they give they give the money every, based on what is the compounding frequency. If it's annual, they'll give the coupon annually. They give the coupon annually. Okay, and at the maturity they'll give you what? Coupon plus principal. Now let's take one more example.
But Mule, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like while we are receiving the $50 every year, so this $50 automatically added to the second interval.
So
This
can you say that again?
so the $50 that we are getting every year, like from 0 to 5, we are getting every year $50,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like when you say compounding annually, the $50 would automatically add it to the second year, and then it will count 5% on that initial amount, right?
Okay, will not make that complex. Will not make that as of now. Just understand,
Okay.
we are receiving every year we'll receive $50. Okay,
Hmm.
it's something like so we'll not make very complex stuff. This is very simple concept. So what you are asking is little on the trickier side, but this is very simple. Let me give you one more example. Let's say time is 2 years. Coupon is 10%. Your face value, okay, your let's say the value of the value face value, you can say face value is $1,000, and let's say coupon, okay, yeah, face value, or you can say a principal. Okay, principal. Okay, so what will happen is, let's see, and compounding is, let's say, annual. So we have 2 years. Compounding is annual, which means this you will receive coupon. Here you will receive what? Coupon plus principal, because at the last year you'll receive what? Coupon plus principal. So what is your coupon? It is 10% multiplied by 1,000. which is nothing but $10. So you'll receive $10 here and you'll receive $10 plus $1,000, right? Which is your principal. Now tell me one thing. This you are receiving at 1 year. This money you are receiving at 2 year. But we need to find what we are receiving as of now, right? So we need to do what? Discounting. We need to do what? Discounting. So what will happen is $10 plus, let's say, 10 plus $1,000, right? So we'll discount this, right? We'll discount this. This is, you will get this, the whatever result you get is your present value. Whatever result you will get is your present value. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Here I have written 1 plus r raised to the power 1. Because why have I written this? See, always remember the formula will be this only. This is essentially this only, because because it's annual compounding. M is 1. So what will this become? 1 plus r t raised to the power t, right? Now let's say, so as I said, this is annual compounding. So this money you are receiving at the end of 1 year. That's why t is 1. If you're receiving money at the end of 2 year, you will get 2 here. Is this clear? Confused or is it clear? Please tell me. Confused or clear?
It's clear.
I'll wait for other folks.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay.
Clear, Mehul.
Okay.
Yeah, clear.
Okay. I'll give you one example. Let's say principal or your face value is $100. Time is 5 years. Coupon is 5%. Okay. And compounding is semi-annual. Can you tell me what will be the thing? Okay, so what I'll do is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We'll receive coupon, and in the end we'll receive coupon plus principal, right? This is the basic math. What is the coupon? Can you all tell me what will be the coupon? 5% times 100, which is $5. So you receive $5, and here you'll receive $5 plus $100. Correct or not?
Yes.
Please tell, correct or not?
Yes.
Everyone. Yes, I see. Yes. Shivani, yes.
Yes.
Dharmik,
Semi-annual.
who said semi-annual? Who said?
Me, I am.
Hanman? Yes,
Yeah.
that's the thing you all did not get.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, that's where you all got, that's where you all got cheated. What is the compounding frequency? Semi-annual. What is the compounding frequency? Semi-annual. So, so this is completely wrong. What is the right thing? Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If compounding is semi-annual, you will receive in 1 year. How many times coupon you will receive? 2 times.
2 times.
So coupon, 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 and coupon plus principal. But here is the catch. How much coupon will you receive? Can you all tell me?
9.
2 points.
I hear
2.
2.5. Others? Dharmik?
Yes, 2.5.
Yes, that's right. 2.5. Okay. So you might be thinking, But coupon what we calculated was 5, right? See, always remember that when we have semi-annual compounding, coupon also get affected. Coupon will also get affected. So if it's annual compounding, it will remain same. If it's semi-annual, it will become C by 2. If it's quarterly, it will become C by 4. If it's monthly, it will become C by 12. Okay, okay. So essentially, can I write the cash flow? So 2.5 plus, okay, let's make it 2 year because I do not want to. Okay, let's take the same example, but let me do for 2 years so that it's easy. We won't have a lot of calculation. Okay, now 0, 1, 2. Compounding is semi-annual. So coupon will also get divided by 2. Okay. So here you'll receive $2.5, $2.5, $2.5, and 2, and here is coupon plus principal. So you'll receive coupon, 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 and here you will receive coupon plus principal. But we all know that okay, we are receiving this in future. So we need to discount all the cash flow, right? We need to discount all the cash flow. So the formula is what? 2.5. We have seen this formula. Similarly, 2.5, 1 plus R empty plus 2.5 plus 102.5. Okay, so this I've just added. Okay, do you all agree with this? This will be the present value. Do you all agree? So first cash flow we need to discount second, third, and this combined because we are receiving the both of them at end of maturity. So is this clear? Please tell me. So let's say if R is 10%, can I write this? Here, what will be this M times T? Can you tell me, everyone?
Z- 0.5.
MT for this is what? M is what? 2. You are receiving when?
1.
0.5. You are receiving this value money when? Here at 0.5. 6 months, right? So this is 1. Similarly, here will be what? You are receiving this money when? In 1 year. So MT will be what? 1 times 2. Sorry, 1. Yeah, M is 2, T is 1. So this is 2. Or just look at the visualization visually. If you just look at how many times compounding is happening, 2 times, right? So that's why it is 2. Similarly, how many times compounding is happening here? 3 times. Similarly, how many times compounding is happening here? 4 times. 3, 4. This is what we are receiving, right? See, always remember, either you can do empty or visually you can look at it. This number is, a lot of people get confused. How do we arrive at this number? And that's why I showed how do we calculate this? Okay, is this clear? So this will give us what? Present value. Please tell me, is this clear?
Yes, Mehul.
Okay, again, I want all of you to help me in this.
Yes.
$1,000. Okay, $1,000 is your principal or your face value. Coupon is, let's say, 10%, or let's, yeah, 10%, semi-annual compounding, or let's say quarterly compounding, quarterly compounding, uh, let's say interest rate is 10%, or what else we need? Okay. Now tell me, and okay, time is 2 years, or let's say time is 1 year. How many times compounding will happen in 1 year?
4 times.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's quarterly, so M is 4. Now we know that every time compounding will happen, we'll receive what? Money, right? So coupon is 10%. So we'll just divide this. How will we arrive?
2.5.
Yeah, so basically, see 10%
25.
times 1000 divided by 4, right? Because this is your coupon multiplying with whatever money, principal money you have given to the let's say government, and you divide it, okay? So this is let's say this is nothing but 2.5. So this is 25. So 25 you'll get 25, you'll get 25, you'll get here, you'll get what? 20,000 coupon, okay, 25 plus your principal. See, are you getting, when, see, you need to divide coupon with your, as I said previously, you need to divide coupon with your compounding frequency, okay? See, it's something like this. If I want to give you $100 in total, if I give you half, or if I give you completely at once, I will give $100 only. So when I give 2 times in 1 year, so you need to divide. If I give 4 times in 1 year, I'll divide it by 4. Okay? Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, Mehul.
Okay. So let's write the formula for present value. 25. Okay. 1 plus 10% is your this thing. Compounding is 4 times. Can you tell me what will be this here?
1.
So see, because it's quarterly compounding, right? It's quarterly. So this is your 3 month, this is your 6 month, this is your 9 month, right? How is 0.75 9 month? Because 9 by 12 is what? 0.75. 6 by 12 is what? 0.5. 3 by 12 is what? 0.25. Okay. That's why I've written. So either you can do empty to arrive at what will be the compounding, or you can just say that, okay, okay, 0.52. So, okay. Okay. So M is what? 4, right? And T is what? T is what? Please tell me.
0.25 for the first.
Yeah, so this will be 1, or you can just say 1 here, right? So this is 1 plus 2.5, 1 plus 10% by 4. What will be here?
2.
Yes. So either I can write empty, which is 4 times 0.5, or I can just write 2 plus 2.5, 1 plus 10%, 4, क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? 3 plus 102.5, 1 plus 10%, 4, 4. समझ में आ रहा है कैसा आया ये 4? This is empty. M is what? 4. Your quarterly compounding. And T is what? 1, because you have received. So so this will be 4. Either you can go like this, or you can go like this. Which is more easy for you? Can you all tell me?
Formula.
Formula wise? Okay. Okay, for me personally, that visualization really helped. Formula, for me, formula used to get confusing, so that's why I deduce this one. Okay, But did everyone understood how do we arrive at the present value?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you look at it, essentially this was nothing but, if you see, this was only what we, what was important for all of us, right? So basically, okay, let me go back. Okay, let me go to the first page. So what we saw is, how do we perform continuous compounding or discrete compounding? But let's look at this. Let's look at this. Okay, do you want more example on how do we arrive at the price of the bond? As I said, what is bond? Let's summarize. What is bond? If the government wants money for more than 10 years, they'll issue treasury bond. They'll issue what? Treasury bond, right? Then of course this treasury bond pays you what? It pays you coupon based on the compounding frequency, and then it pays you what? Principal at the end. So let's talk about compounding. If it's annual, semi-annual, quarterly and monthly. For quarterly it is what? And for annual it is M is 1. For semi-annual 2. Quarterly it is 4. Monthly it is 12, right? Similarly, what all things get affected? Interest rate gets affected, right? Time gets multiplied, coupon gets affected. This is the essence of bond pricing. This is the essence of bond pricing. समझ में आया? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing we saw, compounding, discrete or continuous. So let's say if you want to arrive at the present value, this is what we'll say for discrete compounding. For continuous compounding, it is okay.
FV by e power RT.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I was writing E. Okay, yeah, you are right. Okay. Either this, or you can also write this as FP times E negative RT. Same thing. So this was all about discrete compounding and continuous compounding, right? Any doubts up till now? Please tell. See, this is very important. This is the base of bond pricing. This is the base of how can you price a bond, because see, we know that the bond will give you coupons and principal. Every base, let's say if it's an annual compounding, every year it will give you coupon, and at the end of the maturity, it will give you coupon and principal. But we have understood with the time value of money concept that the value of money changes with time. So we need to make sure that, okay, whatever money we are receiving in the future, we need to discount it so that we know what is the price as of today. Okay, we want to understand what is the price as of today. So that's why we are doing this. That's why we are basically discounting it. Okay, so we saw this is nothing but discounting formulas. Okay, this is nothing but discounting formulas. Is this clear? We'll take a short break. Okay, or we'll take a short break. Is it fine? And then we'll see what in the next we'll take a, let's say, 5 minute short break, and we'll see in the next session what is spot rate, future rate, and all of those bunch of things. Par rate, how do we price a bond using spot rate, how do we price a bond using forward rate, what is the concept of yield to maturity, and how do we price a bond using yield to maturity. Is this clear?
Yes, Mehul.
Okay, perfect.